welcome to Room for Rent, Ellie and Alex. You can say hi. You
What's
don't
up,
have to be
guys?
weird. Yeah, welcome to the pod.
Thank you for having
anybody who watches, Ellie and Alex are not comedians. You're the first non-comics I've had on the pod. Even my mom today, I was telling her, and she was like, "You're having them on?" And I was like, why is it? And she was like, "It just seems like a departure from what you've been doing." I was like, everybody's had roommates. You don't have to be a comedian to have roommates. So.
Of course.
I
mean, we all have roommate stories, so I mean, either a comedian or not.
And you're, entertainment adjacent. You're an actor, okay?
Actor, yes.
And you are a corporate badass.
Yeah, you could say that.
Yeah, you're business
More
lady.
behind the camera.
Boss ass bitch is her title, basically.
Yeah,
boss ass.
Yeah. That's what we call her. That's what I have you saved in my phone.
Basically.
And Ellie's here because.
Wait, you didn't introduce.
Oh my God! Yes, the bubbies. This is Bubs. This is my dog. He's also in my background here, so you can't see it because we have 3 people today. But he's back there, and he probably won't say anything unless he gets really excited, which I don't know what would cause that. But he's here. This is his first time being on the pod. So if you're watching on YouTube, this is a good time to tune in for a little puppy love.
Facts.
But so I know you through Ellie, and I know Ellie because we live together.
Yes.
Which is
the first roommate.
so sad we don't live together anymore.
It's very sad, trust me.
We didn't even live together for a year.
Oh, that's so sad.
Now I live with someone else.
You do live with someone else, but you are top 2 best roommates I've had.
Yeah,
Hands
I
down.
see. Yeah, I mean, you're probably
Hands
in
down.
terms of like friends and roommates, like you're like the only person I really talk to in LA outside of like comedians and stuff that I would call to do stuff with.
Oh, absolutely.
But all my other roommates, I'm still on good terms with them, but I don't talk to them.
Yeah.
So you're probably
No,
the
it's
best
like
roommate
we
I've
don't
ever
live
had.
together anymore, but we basically still talk like we live together.
Yeah, that's because I text you every day and go, "So when are you moving back in?" And you're like, "Never."
Yeah, I just moved into your pool house.
I don't have a pool house.
You
Don't make it
basically
sound
have
like
a pool house. You live adjacent from a pool.
And there's no house with the pool. There's a
Right next
gym.
door.
But then you said that you was gonna buy a whole
touch
house.
me?
I did.
Oh my God, I felt it's electric. Oh, you're here.
Look, it's
You're a
cold.
little nervous.
No,
Your
it's a
hands
little
are
cold.
clammy.
Little
They're
clammy.
there's
No,
a
it's,
little clam there in your hands.
I think it's just the lotion,
Jam
but
out
we're
with
not
your
gonna
clam
say
out.
from what. No, you said that you was gonna buy a big whole house for all of us and all
never
your
said
friends. Yes, you
that.
did. As I heard and I remember correctly, we were all gonna live together and have a whole bunch of parties. I think that's exactly. what you
that would
said.
be great,
Yeah.
but I do you know how many?
rooms
No,
that you
I was
about
gonna
to
say something really awful. I was like, do you know how many dicks I'm gonna have to suck to get a house like that? Sorry, Mom. I'm not gonna do that actually, because now that's causing throat cancer.
Yes.
I did. I did hear that.
I did not hear.
Oh
about
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
That's bad news for you.
I heard that. I heard about that yesterday.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
A certain
Wait.
someone said that
Yeah.
they.
I'm sorry to
cause a
break
lot of
your
throat
heart.
cancer.
Is somebody causing throat cancer around the just?
No,
from sucking
like they're
dick?
saying that throat cancer is being caused by oral sex.
Shit. Damn, I gotta check up on a lot of people. Anyway, so
Throat goat.
yeah,
So is that from like a dirty dick?
I don't think so.
That like, or how I would.
I'm not a doctor. I don't know. Should we call?
Dr. Maria?
Yeah,
Should we
I don't
phone
know.
a
I mean,
friend?
I think it could be HPV related. I don't know. See, this is the thing that's hard about being on a podcast is like there are
Interesting.
questions that I would look up if I wasn't on camera.
Oh, absolutely.
And so then
Like,
I
let's
just make
Google
a
it.
guess.
Yeah.
And then I watch it back and I'm like, this sounds so stupid. Like, because I don't know the answer. I just literally don't know the answer.
You would just have your laptop with you and it would just cut like forward and then you're just after that research and like, oh, I was completely wrong.
Yeah, like it's not from HPV. It's probably from like butt sex or something. And then people, no, I
Yeah,
don't
people
know.
didn't
Like
die
butt
from
I don't
sex
know
and
what
then
it's
in the,
from.
And then in the mouth, like you
Maybe.
have to do anal in the.
I don't know. I was listening
That's
to
a lot.
podcast
We
once.
really made a left turn on
Yeah,
this.
I was
very
listening
early.
to a podcast once about a guy who got a jalapeno seed stuck inside his wiener from doing butt sex with somebody.
Wait, why the fuck is there a jalapeno?
Because it was in her digestive system.
Got it. I thought she was sticking jalapenos up her ass.
No.
The things that your mind goes to.
It's
Yeah,
insane. It's
yeah.
insane. My mind goes like this, and I just speak what's the first thing out of it. Like I don't think about it. I just go.
Yeah.
I don't think you're prepared.
Have you ever made roommates really uncomfortable with your thought process in life?
Yes and no. Like I think it's just in general, people are just used to who I am. I think once you get to like
So
getting
you're an acquired taste.
on many occasions, but no. But the whole point of it is like it's so weird. But when I first meet somebody, I'm always very very reserved and like not kind of like myself, which is like something that I'm kind of working on.
That's not true. I think
therapy.
the first time I met you, you farted in front of me.
That was not true. That it took a while.
And then I think you hugged me, and then I think you like made some noises.
Yeah, but that took a while to do that. That wasn't the first time.
I think that was pretty
No.
close to the first time.
It's so funny, but I actually did this the other day to a friend of mine. I was like, you know, I said, you know how we get a little closer and like basically showing off like how I got close to you, and I just farted right there, and I was like, that's how I know.
Dude, I got crop dusted 3 times last night.
You got what?
Crop dusted. You've never heard this
Wow.
term?
No.
You've
You
never
do it
heard
all
the
the
term
time.
crop dusted?
Unintentional. Well, now you have a name for what you do.
What's crop dust?
Oh my God, okay.
Crop tested or crop tested?
No, crop dusted.
Oh shit. Okay.
Crop dusted is where you rip one
Okay.
and it makes no noise. No. It makes no noise, but there's a smell.
Your farts don't smell that bad, though.
So it's like silent but deadly, but it's a different term.
Oh word.
Yeah. So I was at a show last night at Fanatic, and I was standing by the back door.
Probably killed it upstairs right now on stage, right?
What? Oh, I killed
it.
Dude, I don't say that very often, but like it was crazy. So
Encore.
I am standing by the back door, and there's like 5 people standing there, and all of a sudden, Tommy and I and somebody else went, "Oh my God!" And we literally ran out. It smelled so bad. And then I go to the Comedy Store, crop dusted 2 more times, smelled like rotten eggs both times. I'm like, this came from the same butthole both times.
You sure it wasn't yours?
Yeah, I don't eat. Number 1, I don't eat eggs. Okay.
There you go.
Number 2,
It's not always.
it's
eggs.
not. You wouldn't like if you farted and it smelled. You wouldn't go, "Oh my God," because you know, like your own fart doesn't bother you.
It
Does
depends. It depends.
No,
on
I
what
mean
you-
like because like
Some-
you could
His
just live
bother
in it.
him.
That's how we
Yours
know we're
do?
children. We're
You're
just
like
here
a
talking
dog.
about
Have you
farts.
ever seen a dog fart and they get afraid of it?
Yeah, yeah.
And
Like
then they
I've
run
seen
away?
Bubs. I've
Yeah.
seen Bubs do it
Bubs
many
does
He
a
that.
has
time.
loud farts. Like
Yeah.
he's not a silent but deadly. He has like squeakers that come out. He had one the other day.
I've seen
like
Bubs in a
Rob.
full REM sleep and just
Yeah.
and he's just wake up out of. He's like, what the hell? Yeah, Bubs.
fart
Exactly.
Yeah, he
You know
knows.
exactly.
Oh, the little fart
He's
master.
so
It's
I
a
love
little
him.
fart master, isn't it? But yeah, no, he's it's I've never heard of that term before, never.
Yeah, crop dusting.
But I love that we just moved
Yeah.
and just.
Next
Right
time
into
you're
farting.
applying for a roommate, you can just put no
Crop
crop
dusting.
dusting allowed.
So speaking of roommates, I think one of the craziest things about like jumping from roommate to roommate, obviously being here in LA. I'm born and raised in New York, as you know.
I know, but the people don't know.
Yeah, well, so I'm born and raised in New York, Queens to be specific. Born in the Bronx, raised in Queens.
Shout out Queens.
Yeah. To the X, you know what I'm saying?
What is the X?
BX.
Bronx.
The Bronx.
Oh, the Bronx.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
The Bronx.
I thought you
Facts.
said the X.
That ass B.
Okay, got
Chop
it. I
cheese.
just thought you were going to
Head
Wakanda
ass
for a
chop
second. I don't know
cheese.
what's going
Like if you say those two things, dead ass facts, and then B, like it's just people just think that like that's the first thing that people say like when do a New York accent other than like hey what are you doing coffee whatever like that's a more of
Yeah.
like a different type of like stereotypical.
But everybody says dead ass.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But that's just.
But
I
it's a
was just-
different like twang when it comes from someone who's from New York.
facts.
Dead ass.
Um,
Like, I can't say it like you do.
But yeah, no, moving here to LA's been 5 years, which is crazy. That time
Wow.
it just went by so fast. And yeah, like moving from a roommate from my cousin, and then onwards from cousin to being a random person that I had to ended up finding on was it Facebook Marketplace if I remember correctly. Yeah. That dude was a weird individual. Shout out to you. You're somewhere. I don't know where you are right
But
now.
you found him on Facebook Marketplace.
Yes.
That's
I
where
had to do
found-
interviews.
I found 3 of mine.
Yeah.
No, 2 of. Wait. Yeah, 3 of mine on Facebook Marketplace.
And
This is the first time I've had not so good luck. Everybody else.
Yeah.
yeah. It just kind of just depends on the person. Like all of like most roommates that you end up finding that you're in a good rapport with is usually not on a app or whatever. Like it's mostly in person. Like, oh, you're looking for a roommate? Well, we have a
Sometimes.
You've had really good luck.
I've had really good luck. I've had
very good
badass women who are like
Yeah.
entrepreneurs. One girl worked for the CDC during COVID, so she was just like in her room working the whole time. And then
me.
Then Ellie, who I met through the CDC
that's-
girl. And
Yeah. That's a whole roommate scenario, actually.
Yeah, it
How
was
we ended up
crazy.
roommates.
Because I actually
is
thought you
wild.
hated me when we met.
No.
Yeah, I did.
No, I think
Interesting.
when
I
I
don't know.
first when I first met you, I think shout out
You
Hallie.
came to the hot tub.
Yeah. So Hallie
It's a
and
good move by
I,
me. You're welcome to
Hallie's
the
my
hot
old
tub, be my
roommate.
roommate.
who I
Hey, bro,
used
you
to
wanna
live
see
with.
these bubbles?
So let me set the stage of how we let me go back. So
Sure, we can stop Alex's story.
Oh,
Just go
I'm
right in
sorry.
here. That sounds
I'm
great.
sorry.
No, it's
you
fine.
can
Your
you can
story's not
finish.
important. No,
you
no,
can
no,
you
go,
can
go,
finish.
go.
I apologize.
No,
I don't
no,
mean to
I'd
interrupt
rather
you.
I'd
It's
rather
always
you
the
finish.
woman letting the man finish first. It's just unbelievable.
Well,
Boundaries.
not for me. But keep going on ahead.
Did you just
Fly.
crop dust
No, there's a
yourself?
fly.
Oh, jeez.
I'm like, what is happening? Okay, so then
Sure,
I'll
it was a
finish.
fly. That's what I'm going to say next
She's
time
like,
I
what is
read
So-
this gas?
I was living with my ex-boyfriend in Pasadena, and Hallie and I, my old roommate, were old coworkers, and she was living with Debbie, your old roommate,
Yes.
and so I became friends with Hallie, Debbie, that whole thing.
Yes.
Putting out
And
covenants out
then
there.
a whole bunch of stuff happened. Ex and I broke up, whole
Yes.
thing. And then I moved back to LA. Hallie and I lived together, and then she was moving in with her boyfriend. It's you need like a chart for this whole
Yeah.
thing, but essentially, yeah, basically.
How did you meet Hallie? Did you
Hallie and I
say-
worked together.
Oh, you
We
worked together.
We worked at Pop Chips together. in
Right.
marketing.
Okay.
We worked in
That's
marketing.
right. That's right.
And so we became really close, and then she moved to Venice, and then I moved back to the Bay, where I'm from. I'm from Oakland. I didn't say that.
Yeah, area. Shout out to
Go
the
Warriors.
Warriors.
Ew.
Yeah, go Warriors. Warriors,
Game
Lakers
one
now. Let's-
against these Lakers and Warriors are gonna be. I need to make sure I'm front and center for that game one. Sorry.
You guys,
Yeah.
you
Sports.
guys may not speak to each other after that series.
Yeah,
she,
it's been a
she's
long
obviously
series.
she's a Warriors fan,
I
obviously
am.
from the Bay Area.
I'm
and
a Blazers fan.
Yeah, I don't know how long. I think
Okay, sorry, we're losing. I get it.
no. I think going on that real quick. I don't think Damian Lillard said. I think he was gonna die on that sword, just to the fact that he's gonna be as trusting in the process as long as he could. I don't think it's gonna be a long time. I think he's going to go somewhere different.
Oh,
You
I
should go
think
to the Warriors. You should go
after
back
next
home.
season he'll go somewhere if they
Yeah.
don't get.
You should go back to Oakland. He's from Oakland.
But the thing is, they're like the
Too,
Blazers
like-
aren't just gonna show up and win the championship next year.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
that's
no,
not
no.
gonna happen.
I mean, that's what the Kings thought they were going to do. That was cute and funny.
Well, no,
Nobody-
they actually had a great squad. I mean, we're not going to talk about
Yeah.
this on this. This is not.
Yeah, now this is a basketball podcast.
This is not ESPN.
Cool.
Yeah, exactly. Not at all.
So you met Hallie at Pop
Okay, yeah.
Chips.
We're gonna go back to.
So, anyways, she was living in Venice. I was living in the Bay Area. Then I moved back to LA, and we decided to live together. Hallie and I moved to Marina Del Rey. It was beautiful. It was great. She met a wonderful guy. Shout out Matt, phenomenal man. They decided to move in together when our lease was up, and I was like, oh, fuck, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Also, like aside, I have moved every year for the past 6 years.
That's crazy.
I am a professional mover. If you need tips, tricks, I got you. Like, I have moved so many times. And then Hallie was like, well, Maria, Debbie's old roommate or
Yeah,
current roommate,
yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
is looking to fill a room.
Yeah.
Like,
Because Debbie
want
was
to?
leaving. She was Scottish and she was
Yeah.
leaving the country.
and
Yeah,
so
with her boyfriend.
I was like, yeah, because like originally I wanted to get my own place. I wasn't sure, but I was like, rent in LA in a 1-bedroom. Like,
It's insane.
nope. Absolutely
Especially
not.
since the pandemic. It's
Yeah,
even
no,
worse,
I was
yeah.
just like, this is dumb.
Yeah.
And so we had met one time, and I did like you. I was just exhausted. I came over at like 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
And you know me when I get tired.
Wait, no, it wasn't 10 o'clock at night.
It was
definitely daylight out.
No, it wasn't. It was at night because I came after dinner. I remember this vividly. Hallie was like, oh, we're going to go over to Maria's and go in the hot tub. Do you want to come? And I was like, yeah, sure. Like
girls in a hot
I've
tub,
never
that sounds like
been.
It was 3 girls in a hot tub.
It was.
Yeah.
And then I was just exhausted. But I did like you. I just was like,
No, and I liked you too, but I was like, something's wrong with this girl. Like, I don't think
so
she's herself.
I think
But it was like,
I think we probably
Yeah.
drank a lot.
Yeah, I
we
think
had a
you'd been,
lot of wine.
You'd been day drinking.
Day drinking, and I was just like, probably like,
But I also think Hallie's one of those people. It's like she's a little more chipper than you. Like you and I are a lot alike now that we know each other because
Yeah.
we're like resting
Yeah.
bitch face,
Yeah.
like the whole thing.
For sure.
And she was like, "Oh my god, it's so nice to meet you." And Debbie's like, "Oh my god, it's so nice."
Yeah.
I'm like, there's a lot of girls.
Yeah, a lot of
don't
girl
like-
time.
We don't. I like them, but we don't like.
We
girls that much.
that's how we get like we don't have
Yeah.
a lot of like girl friends.
But I just think it's because we like sports, we like sweatpants, we like I don't know, not wearing
Yes.
makeup until you have to. Like
all of that.
yeah, like even today she was like, "Do I have to wear makeup?" I was like, "You need to come camera ready, whatever that means to you."
Yeah, I was like, "Ugh,
Just come with
fine."
that.
He's like, I know. I'm just like, even with him, he's like, I don't. He's like, oh, you have to wear makeup. And I was like, yeah, I do. I have to wear makeup.
Yeah.
But anyways, so to finish the story,
In the mix now.
we met like actually like I came to like go see the room, and I was like, perfect,
Yeah.
great, thumbs up.
Yeah.
I'll move in on this date.
Yeah.
And that worked out really
Well,
well.
one of the things I liked about you, because I'd had this in every other roommate because I've lived in the same place for like 5 years, was you're like, yeah, I go out of town, I like go visit my parents in the Bay
Yeah.
Area, like I'm not around very much, and I was like, that's great.
Yeah.
Like I don't have to get to know her; she could just live it. Like you were cool, and then you had a good job, and I don't know, like the things I put in my like ad is like I have a dog, I don't want any more pets, like I work a lot, I'm out late, but I don't party, like I don't do
Yeah.
drugs, whatever.
and I,
It's
already,
like
and I had a
actu-
cosign too. Like,
Yeah.
I knew Debbie, I knew Hallie,
Yeah.
and I was, like,
Well, and it was funny because I did text Hallie and I was like, is there anything I should know about her before she moves in? Like, are there any like pet peeves that you had living with her? And she goes, no,
She
she's
sleepwalks.
Oh, yeah. She sleepwalks naked. No, and she was like, no, she's great. I would say the only thing she does is like she gets up really early to work out, and sometimes that makes noise. And I was like, oh, that's not a big deal. Like you're always really quiet.
Yeah.
Like the person I'm living with now makes significantly more noise in the morning, and she doesn't work out.
well, it's also just, then why are you up so early?
Yeah,
But
exactly to make crepes.
and air fry hot dogs.
You want the crepe?
A lot of air frying going on in my house right now.
You know what? I never used your air fryer once.
I know
there?
you talked about it though for 8 months, and then you never.
And then I
did
never
it.
used it, and
Yeah.
then- and then I
Well, it's
bought
getting
getting
Well, you're the
made up
reason,
for now.
You are the reason why I have a air fryer.
Do you use it now?
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
That's how I make.
what do you
like,
air
all-
fry? Hot dogs?
There's
I
no
do air
glizzy
fry.
making in my household at all.
No,
Corn
Glizzy
dogs?
McGlizzerson living with you?
No, no Professor Glizzy in my no. Okay, listen. Corn dogs and hot dogs are two completely different things. You can never mind. I'm not even.
What,
going to this.
what? Are you air frying corn dogs?
No, I'm not.
Okay,
That's
so
what
why
I'm
No, you
bring it
are.
up?
Because she's
You
just
do
a-
sometimes.
She's just
You
talking.
air fry corn dogs?
I don't air fry corn
Do you
dogs.
deep throat them too?
Okay, this is a pause on that.
No,
Hold
that's
on.
what's
Just-
gonna
we're
give you
gonna-
throat
we're gonna-
cancer.
We're gonna,
Yeah, it's
no,
really-
and that's why you need the deep throat medicine. But anyway, just to go back on what I was talking about. I said no. I just air fry just chicken like sweet potato fries.
Do you air fry chicken with the skin on it?
No, just
You just air fry a chicken breast with no skin?
yeah no. I mean you can air.
Do you eat the desert when you're done with it? Is that not the driest piece of chicken? Is it
no,
jerky?
it's no.
Are
if
you eating chicken
well, listen,
jerky?
This is the thing. I'm also West Indian, Jamaican Guyanese. Shout out to all my Caribbean people out there. If you actually marinate and make your chicken properly, when you air fry it, it's more like a grill. It's not like a crispy chicken. So
You don't like crispy chicken.
I do like crispy chicken in like for my wings, but not like for chicken breast.
But because
Anyway,
they say,
we're not
okay,
going
look,
about this.
the reason I bring it up before you get really into a wormhole about chicken
Oh, I'm sorry.
that we can't come back from. I was always told that if you air fry chicken, that you have to have the skin on it, otherwise it gets really dry. So every time, like I would air fry like a half a chicken, but I would do it with the skin on it, and that makes a juicy chicken.
Yeah. Well, you can make some.
My mouth is watering right now.
You can make some juicy chicken. I mean, because it's meat.
No, no, it's definitely 'cause it's not meat.
Is you can make some juicy chicken if you actually, you poke holes in it, cut it in half, like
Poke holes in it?
Yeah, with like either like with a.
I have never heard about poking holes in chicken breast.
Poke holes in the chicken breast. Please, somebody like comment and say something here. You poke holes in the chicken breast with like a fork, and then you cut it in half, and then you put it in the fryer so it can cook properly on the inside, so it's not.
So you butterfly it.
In a way, you spread them legs wide open.
Okay.
Exactly, and then just put that and fry it in there. About 370, 390, depending on how you want to cook it. 15 minutes.
Chicken
it's good
makes
to go.
you horny. I
mean,
can
hey,
tell.
Look, listen, it's not just because I'm black.
You said it, not me.
I plead the fifth, man. I plead the fifth.
No.
Anyway, no, but
So you do use air fryer. That's good.
yeah, exactly.
And you
But
don't
I just wanted to jump in for like 2 seconds. You made it into this long thing, but I wanted you to finish what you
No,
were saying.
I didn't.
I
I
don't know
don't
what- I don't
think I
know.
was saying anything.
You were saying I never use the air fryer,
Yeah.
and I didn't.
Oh yeah, and I don't use it now because also my current roommate, she air fries hot dogs and she air fries.
That's a cozy gladiator if I
People
ever
keep
heard
saying
one.
like you need to write a joke about that. I was like, it's
not
just funny.
Just I need like at like 9 in the morning.
She doesn't air fry hot dogs at 9 in the morning.
You
This is one of
It
them
wasn't at 9 in the morning.
something
Big
okay.
Franks.
No, it was.
Big Franks.
No, what is it? What are the big ones? What are the big hot dogs that they? That
Nathan's?
people. No. They're like bratwurst.
Bratwurst?
Yeah.
Five.
No,
They're not brat. They're like
bratwursts
brats
more-
are like
those
this
are
big
thick.
around.
Yeah, those are like thick boys.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't think it's those. But she air fries hot dogs. It wasn't in the morning, and then she air fries salmon.
Oh, that's
She
cardinal
does the,
sin.
No. It's the TikTok thing.
Oh,
It's a viral TikTok thing to air fry salmon. But like I hate salmon.
Does your
I hate the-
house smell like fish now?
Yeah,
Oh, I hate that.
yeah, yeah.
Never.
Fish.
I hate salmon.
And
That's the one.
I love salmon. I just like I'm gonna go somewhere and have someone else make
Or
it for me.
bake it. Or grill it outside.
Outside on the
like I feel
grills,
like
yeah.
if people who air fry should air fry the air fryer should be outside. Like air fry in the garage or something. Like
Because of the
can't.
smell and like.
yeah, it's I am woken up in the morning by whatever's being fried in my house.
That's what I'm talking about. That's why I thought she was air frying hot dogs at 9 in the morning because
Yeah.
you're woken
Well,
up.
I think she's maybe air fried bacon. or
Maria's
something
just in her
before.
deep sleep. And she's like,
I swear to God, that's what happened.
Pussies.
I'll wake up in
where are they?
No, and I think I've had a hot dog once in my whole life. So they're
Really?
not, yeah, I don't like
You're
hot
not a
dogs.
hot dog.
Have you ever seen how hot dogs
One
are made?
hot dog?
I'm super good.
Have you
I
ever
would rather
seen how
not
hot
know.
dogs are
I'd
made?
rather not know.
And the casing that they go into, and it's
First and foremost, you've never had the bacon wrapped like hot dogs that's outside of the.
oh,
like,
Diarrhea
that's
Central? No, I
still
have
will
not.
I still will never call it crypto, but
Staples?
for Staples, yeah, you've never
Or
had.
the Hollywood Bowl or anywhere.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
I
anyway,
have,
but
no,
it's just-
because
it's
every
just
time
different
It
right
smells so
outside.
good though, like you
they,
can't.
well, it's bacon. Bacon's delicious. Hot
Yeah.
dogs, not so much.
But it doesn't taste like a hot.
It's
like,
just like
it tastes
a-
like bacon.
So just eat bacon. Just tell them,
No,
hey, can I
but
get a
it's
strip
just
of
like- it's-
bacon?
It's
Just
just
get one
adding
strip of bacon.
more. Or the fact that we're just talking about bacon and just hot dogs.
I love bacon.
She likes pork.
You never had that. You never got to experience that.
No,
Like, just
I
having
don't
those-
want to because every time I've ever been somewhere with somebody and those little hot dog ladies are outside, I go, "Ooh, don't you want a hot dog?" Because like it's always the person I'm with. It's like, "Oh, that smells good." And I'm like, "Yeah, don't you want to get one?"
Yeah.
And they're like, "No, I don't want to have diarrhea all night."
No, that's not. It's not as bad as like if you go to a Taco Bell and then you.
Okay,
by
I
the-
don't
start her
have
on
issues
Taco
with
Bell.
Taco Bell.
You've never. I don't. I
No,
still
Taco-
go back
no.
to
Taco
Taco
Bell's good
Bell
for her stomach.
and it's given
Yeah.
me.
For her gut microbiome.
Yeah,
You didn't know that?
there's probiotics in a bean burrito. Did you know that?
No, I didn't. I've gotten.
That's good because I'm lying.
I've definitely gotten a stomach virus twice from Taco Bell.
Food poisoning.
Food
You
poisoning.
mean?
I said that's what I meant. Sorry.
Yeah. No.
We're gonna just call me out on that one.
Yeah.
That was a strike one. Yeah, and I still go back to this day. It's just
I
that
love
good.
Taco Bell. I was gonna go to Taco Bell last night and they were closed
Just-
because it was like 2:30.
I haven't
in the
had Taco
morning.
Bell since I was probably 15.
I know what we need to do after this.
Absolutely.
We're going to Taco Bell.
Absolutely not. You should
Shout out
talk
to our
about
sponsor of Taco
sponsor.
Bell.
I know.
Bubbies. He
Let me
loves
see
Taco
if I
Bell.
can.
Coda-
So yeah, but you were a great roommate.
No,
I
you were great.
Absolutely loved living with
Yeah,
you. And you were over Alex was over all the time, and it was phenomenal. And
Yeah.
we had a
You know,
grand
my
old time.
favorite moment of us all spending time together was when one morning Alex was over in the morning and he had creamer in the fridge that was the creamer that he likes to have with his coffee because he was over so much. He had things in the fridge. And he had Coffee Mate peppermint creamer, which, by the way, this is going to start an argument, but Coffee Mate is like liquid plastic. It smells so bad. It smells like, I don't know, like a Mattel factory. Like that's how plasticky Coffee Mate creamer smells. And on top of that, it's like plastic with peppermint in it.
I've changed
And he
my coffee
goes,
from
yeah, I'm sure you have. I'm sure you want to say that now.
It's plant based.
plant-based now.
Oh, brother.
It's still Coffee Mate though.
So he
Why
goes
did you go
to
into
shake.
Hulk Hogan? Oh, brother. Oh, brother.
Okay, so he goes, he's like, I'm gonna put some Coffee Mate in my coffee. And he goes to shake it. Creamer goes everywhere. The ceiling, the cabinets, the floors. Mind you, I had just mopped. Do I mop very often? Not really.
Oh my God,
it's not
this
that
story's so
dirty. I'm a
funny.
pretty clean person. Everywhere. And he goes, whoa, what has happened? And I was like, oh, have fun. Gotta go. Ta-ta.
It's probably still on
No,
your
no, no.
ceiling.
This is.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure.
100%.
I'm pretty sure it's on our ceiling.
But
'cause
so
we
are a
didn't
lot
go
of
up
other
there.
things at this point based on what's...
Listen, look, if you shoot for the roof. Anyway, no, the whole thing was just the simple fact that when you open up coffee, right? You
Coffee Mate.
Coffee Mate, sorry,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Coffee Mate creamer. You pop the lid, you open the plastic lid at the top. You pop open the whatever is the thing that holds the
the s-
coffee in, the seal.
The seal. When it's new.
Yeah, when it's new. And then you just screw the plastic like pourer back on, and then that's how you do it. Someone, I'm pretty sure it's the person to my left here, ended
No
up
idea what you're talking about.
decided to just break the whole plastic seal. It's just everything that holds it together. So every time you pour coffee creamer into your coffee, you want to shake it up a little bit. You give it a good shake, whatever, one
Why
hand,
do
two
you have
hand.
to shake it?
It's just like anything. You shake well, like on the carton it says shake well
It
before.
does?
Yes. You can well,
Because it like settles.
I'm a little OCD about things, but it says like you shake well before opening. But I just kind of like
But you didn't just go to shake it. Like I remember in the kitchen, you were like, "I'm gonna make my coffee," and you went
what do I
to
sound
shake it like you were a
does that
bartender at
sound like?
Catch. Like you were, and then it was an explosion like I've never seen before.
I've never felt power like this before.
You were so embarrassed. It was so funny.
Yo, no,
I just heard like, I think you just started yelling or something. Someone started yelling. And I was like in the bathroom. I was like, what is happening?
No, I was just
then
like,
I was
what
like,
the fuck? I was like, what the hell
that
happened
might have been
here?
my fault.
And and that's what I'm saying. Like, so that never happens. So I'm like, what happened here? I'm like, why is this happening? Why am I looking like the fool? And then I realized it was because of her. She opened it up that way, and then
Shows how much I use coffee creamer.
I'm sorry. Anyway,
Because
No, she
Black
doesn't even
coffees.
drink coffee half the time. She just gets up in like pounds of Celsius.
Yes,
like
oh,
a
I do.
bro.
Shout out Celsius.
straight to the face.
She
Straight to the
found
face.
Celsius
She should
like
get sponsored
like
by
a
Celsius
meathead.
1000%.
Like, I got a Celsius.
No, like
I had one right before this podcast.
I see, like
That's why you're so calm.
Yeah. Just say no, but yeah, that's exactly what happened there. I'm very particular about like certain things, as you can see, being OCD, and so like I do things a certain way before doing them, and so I
Would you
just
call yourself a creature of habit?
yeah, 1000%. So, was that Bubs that just made that sound?
No, it was me.
Oh, I just heard. I'm like, what the fuck happened there?
No.
He's like, you're a creature of habit.
I'm
He's
just
like,
waiting-
damn right he is.
Waiting for him to squeak one out.
Oh, Jesus. Yep. And then
Yeah.
you just see your hair
Yeah.
just like fly up into the air. You won't even
This is not a
notice.
cartoon, okay?
Yeah.
This is. Hello. Oh, there we go.
There you go.
Wants to go for it.
Go straight for the balls. Did you manscape that, correct?
I did manscape him. You can't.
I was
see.
like,
I'm not
please
gonna
don't.
show.
Yeah, I was
him.
just
Yeah.
like, don't
I'm not
just
gonna
flip
make
him
this
over. It's like, yes,
X-rated.
balls has been.
Oh, the bubbies.
He doesn't have balls. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, well, as I was, what was about 30 minutes ago, I was talking about a whole story that was been cut off from.
Oh, yeah, we can go
so
back
I'm
to
gonna
that.
go
Yeah, we
back to
can
that
go
real
back.
quick. I was just saying that I had a horrible roommate, and with that whole situation, funny enough, speaking of Manscaped, funny enough, he only lived with me for a month.
Oh, wow.
Yes, and why I say that is basically it's kind of a horror story in a way. But I was bringing up Manscaped because he said he was using. I just saw him had a Manscaped in his hand. I was like, "You use that? Like, how do you like it? Like, what's your review?" And this is not just to put up for Manscaped and just give them more of a promotion. But he used it, and I was like, "Yo, how do you think about this? And would you actually use it to shave your balls?" And I was like, "Yeah, I would." And he was like, "You don't have one?" And I was like, "No, I'm just a Leviathan and just like I just use
You're
like
just a what?
Yeah, what?
Leviathan.
What did you just say?
I don't know. I just like using like random.
Leviathan?
A Leviathan is kind of like a creature. Like it's kind of a creature.
I've never heard.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's kind of like a sea creature, if I remember correctly.
Did you just make up a word
No,
just
it's-
now?
That was
No,
a big word for you.
Leviathan.
Did
That's
Leviathan?
yeah, it's like a
Can
mythical.
you spell
it's a,
that for me?
Please spell it.
No, I'm not doing this in this. But I was actually no, I can't talk about that. It's there was what I was gonna say was there's a clip that I just found on
Did you
Instagram.
just create like a secret society in your head just now? You're like Leviathan.
No, a Leviathan
Or
is it's a mystical. It's a made up
It
mystical
sounds
creature.
like an ADD
I didn't make it.
medication.
Leviathan. That's what you use for your
Where did this mystical sea creature
for
come from,
ED.
Alex?
I don't know. It's from
Yeah, your ass. I
No.
understand.
Anyway, Leviathan. Now I'm saying the damn creature wrong. Sorry. Anyway, and yeah, and he was like, you use it, and he was like, yo, I'm gonna get it for you for your birthday, which was 3 months after when he was living there.
Yeah.
And I was like, cool, got it. Now I have that coming. And then ended up, funny enough, literally the day before rent was due, I was at work, and I came back home, and I tried to send him a text message saying, hey, like I'll be home. Like I'll be home with like all this shit. Like, can you leave the door open?
Sure.
And the message wasn't going through, which was kind of weird. I was like, all right, I guess he has his phone off, whatever. And I come home, and it was empty. And when I mean empty, meaning it was just all of my stuff.
Oh shit.
And then I came home, and then I was like, hello? Any like just kind of like a horror movie, any black man, that's basically the part where I die.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Hello?
that's right before they kill off the black guy. Boom.
That's gonna be my one line in a horror
Yeah.
movie. Hello? Just before I get killed by Mike Myers. Mike Myers. That's Michael Myers. Mike Myers from Shrek. I'll get killed by Shrek.
Yeah.
Donkey?
That slipped by me too. Yeah.
Shrek. But yeah, no. And then so coming home, and then he was just gone.
He didn't tell you he was moving out?
No.
He just left?
Because I think
And then did he block you?
he blocked me on
Didn't have to pay
everything.
rent.
Everything.
Wait, so he lived with you for a month, moved in, moved out, didn't say shit, and never paid you.
Never. So he paid me for the month that he was there, and then for the next month he left the day before. So whatever, it's the 30th, 31st, whatever the case may be. He left that night with his car and
Wow.
everything. So the only thing that was left is whatever he couldn't fit in his car, which was his mattress, his bed frame, and like whatever cabinets and stuff like that. So he took all the important stuff, and he just
Wow.
left. It was the craziest.
And
fucking
you've not heard from him since.
no, not
And
at
you
all.
haven't tried to track him down.
Oh no! I found out basically like look. Listen, when I try to find things out, I make sure to find things out. I ended up finding his mom on Instagram, on Facebook, and then basically
you went for the.
I went for the jugular.
Yeah.
I made sure to go. I'm just like, oh no. I was like, I was gonna be a little bit of an asshole and just be like, yo, your son owes me like rent that he was supposed to be here for, like, but apparently he It's the whole thing. He didn't pay child support for like 4 months. Didn't even know he had.
You guys had a baby together?
Wow.
Yeah. That he doesn't pay. He doesn't pay any
I'm
money
not
for.
that stupid.
Didn't even know he had a daughter, and
Wow.
hasn't paid child support for 4 months, whatever. So I guess I was just like the little medium of like him like going into moving into a
Yeah.
place for a little bit of time where he gets space, and he drove back to like the east side,
Wow.
the East Coast. And
Wow.
yeah, and it was like insane. But
And never paid you.
never paid me. And then I just
my
had
God.
to, I just had to.
You could have taken him to small claims court, probably. Was he on your lease?
No, and that's funny enough because I was going to add him to the lease within that time. Because I wasn't thinking that within a month he was just gonna move.
Yeah, but this is Hollywood,
I was about to
baby.
say, this
That's
is
what I'm
Los
saying.
Angeles.
And
Yeah.
after that, I was
Trust
like, I'm
no
never
one.
having a roommate. Like all of my horror
Yeah.
stories, but I was like, I'm never having a roommate
That's
like at all.
wild.
Like in terms
And you
of
found him on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, 1000%.
That's crazy.
Shout out to Zen.
I also think though it depends on where you live and where, like, when you look for a Facebook Marketplace roommate.
Yeah, that's
Like
fair.
I live in an area that has like a lot of tech companies and like even like recent college grads and like people who are a little more serious about their life than like I would never look for just a random roommate if I was living in like Hollywood or West Hollywood or like even the East Side, because there's so many like sort of transient, like neither here nor there, coming to chase their dreams. They're here for a month, they can't make it. Like they have a nervous breakdown, they move home.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Have no money.
That's
people-
basically
yeah.
what it was.
Yeah.
When talking to his mom, he just had a breakdown of like all the money that he had owed and
Yeah.
everything like that. And,
Yeah.
and apparently what it was is that he just couldn't pay rent, so he just moved and left
Yeah.
on the day that I was like, well, I'm stuck with this shit and stuck.
That's
And
crazy.
so I basically kind of.
Did you have to move into a smaller apartment after that, or is that where you live now?
Yeah, because it was just no. That was my old place, but
Oh.
I had which was same price and basically right outside of downtown LA.
Ooh.
It was just only like $300 more for a 2-bedroom.
Oh wow.
And I was
But then
just
you're
like,
downtown.
yeah, but I mean, I kind of liked where I was at. I had a little, shout out to Boba Guys. That was my favorite spot to go to. That was basically my Starbucks
What is
every day.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just a boba spot that like.
Oh, boba.
Boba. Did I not say Boba Guys properly? Did I say too
No,
fast?
I
Very
thought you said
fast.
bubble guys, and I was like, that sounds
Sounds like
dodgy.
a gay strip club.
Yeah.
Bubble Guys. That's where they do their own. What was you call it again? Their
What?
bubble guts. That's what it would be.
Oh,
Bubble
I was gonna
guts.
say deep throating hot dogs, but that's
No, not there. And then the two crazy things about this dude, he was within that month. That dude used to, I don't know, either paying for it. I'm pretty sure how weird he was. I'm pretty sure he paid for these girls, but he would have threesomes in his room. Yeah, he would have threesomes in his room. I would just be like, and streamer as well too. I stream on Twitch. I used to stream and I used to hear like women in the background coming like in the crowd. Which I don't care. Whatever.
Wait,
do what you
women
want.
in the background? You mean like
Go-
reaching orgasm?
No. No, not at all.
Yeah, you were like, I can hear women coming in the background. I was like, what
no,
are you?
No, he didn't have that skill whatsoever at all. And,
Oh.
and this is why I was saying this, because literally I would hear like laughing coming in the background of someone coming inside the apartment, and I was like, okay, so I'm still streaming about whatever the hell game I'm playing, and then I'm hearing they go inside the room. It's about 3 to 5 minutes, and then they leave. So I'm pretty sure with these two women probably has about maybe 5 strokes, and well, I'm saying not having a stroke, but stroking in these women, or stroking himself, whatever, I don't know.
He's like a 2-pump chump.
Yeah, exactly. And then so
One for you, bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah,
and then they just leave.
and then they would just leave. And then
Wow.
and he was like, hi. There was like they'll say like hi because I'll have my room open because
They
there's,
wouldn't
like,
come in and be like, hey, I wasn't quite finished yet. Are you free?
Yeah, it was just like, so what's your roommate on? And speaking of that, this is the funny thing about that, about that whole story about saying, are you free? And then and then they would just leave, but that would multiple times that would happen, and like he would bring women over, and then it would just be 5 minutes, and they would leave.
I just picture him, I picture all this happening in like 30 seconds and him just yelling, clean up on aisle 7 as the girls are walking out, trying to figure out where to go next.
Where you guys about to be tonight?
Was he like dorky?
he
Like, was he attractive?
He-
He's just having threesomes with girls?
No,
Like, what's going on?
he was also around like the 5'4" range. Shout out to my short kings.
5'4"?
He was around 5'4".
I'm 5'3". He was 5'4".
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
there's a lot of those around here.
Yeah.
Oh.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Is he?
Were you living with Tom Cruise?
No,
Wow.
I was just, he would.
Scientology threesomes?
He would come and he would come and scream out
Dynamic.
Scientology. That's
It'd be
all
funnier
you
if
would
he
hear.
said Tom Cruise.
Yeah, exactly. No, but and that would happen like all the time. So it was just,
How often are we talking?
it would be like once a week. That's what I'm saying. So
4
within that 1
how
month
many
he was
ti-
there.
so 4 times.
So 4 times, yeah.
He had 4 threesomes in a place that he Like that's crazy.
This is the thing.
That's
these women weren't good looking at all.
Oh.
And that's the thing.
Do
So
you think
that's
they were hookers?
it has to be. That's what I was saying. I was thinking it was just like.
But he has no money. I guess he's
No,
spending
he
money on
spent all
hookers.
the money on hookers and then dipped on you.
He was a little weird as well too because he was in the military. He was
Not everybody that's in the military is weird.
That's not what I was saying. That's not what I'm saying.
He's a little weird. He was in the military.
No.
He's protecting our country. Weirdo.
I was saying no. That's not what I'm saying. Do not put words into my mouth. I was
put 'em in my
saying that
mouth.
I was saying that he was weird. But I was saying he was also like in the military because like some people like they're just like they have a lot of like scary stories of like of just trauma and all that. But so that's what I mean. Yeah, exactly. So that's what I mean. And then the second thing about that, what I was saying, where you were saying, "Are you finished?" I was sleeping in the middle of the night. I was sleeping. It was about 3, 4 in the morning. I'm hearing this. I'm stuck. It was kind of like I was paralyzed, but I was hearing this in my dream. But then I woke up and I realized it wasn't just my dream. It was in real life. And there was 2 girls randomly that was walking by my door, and they were like, "Hey, it's like Alex." And was one of my neighbors, and they were like, "Oh, is that?" I knew these people, and I was like, "Oh, is Alex home?" And then is this kind of his thing. 3 in the morning, he would just smoke outside of the apartment.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, he's sleeping right now, so like he has to get up early in the morning. And they're like drunk, and they're like, hey, like we just want to come in and say hi and just say hi to Alex and whatever. And he's like, no, I don't think you should go in there and bother him because he's sleeping. He has to get up early in the morning. And it was just like
Wait, so they wanted to go in and like bang you, and he was
I don't know
mad,
what it
so
was,
he
but it's
cock-blocked
just
it?
it's basically the cock block of the century. I don't know what was gonna happen.
Were you disappointed? Were they hot?
1,000%.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Any man that was listening to that story in that situation, if you knew 2 good-looking people that you were just talking to, and you were hearing that they were outside of your door wanting to come in to wake you up and to say hi, whatever the case be, and your roommate decided not to let them in because you wanted to sleep? Like, no, that's not the case. I don't know. I thought it was pretty funny, and I
But
guess
he told you that after the fact. He was like, "Hey, dude, I cock blocked you last night." Like,
No. He thought he was doing me. He thought he was doing me a favor by not waking me up because of that.
Oh.
Yeah, it's funny because when
So
you
what did you say? Were you like?
I just looked at him like, really? Really? You didn't wake me up? I don't care if I had 2 hours of sleep and I had to do a 10-hour shift. You didn't wake me up in that situation?
Well, you're making up for it right now by having a threesome, technically a foursome with a little bestiality.
Yeah.
I'm not going to comment on that at all because that's
I'm
not
kidding.
where I like.
I'm kidding.
No, I know. Well, no, I was saying because most of the time when you say that story to a guy, they're like, "What?" and then they'll go on. But girls don't.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, you were sleeping.
Yeah, girls don't. Yeah, girls don't.
That was
understand
considerate
this.
of him. That was a considerate roommate.
Considerate of him. Do you guys
If
hear
there
this?
were 2 hot guys outside our apartment that wanted to just come in and say hi to you, and I knew that you knew them, like let's say we'd hung out with them before,
Yeah.
and they were like, "Hey, is Ellie home?" I would have gone and woken you,
You
up.
would?
Yeah.
1,000%.
Yeah. I would have gone and woken you up, and I would have been like, "Hey, Ellie,
Oh yeah. Okay.
there's 2 really hot guys
I'd
outside.
be like, what?
I think they really want to come and cuddle with you." Do
Yeah,
you
invite 'em
want
in my bed,
Do you want
yeah.
me to tell them that you're asleep or awake?
Or just
And then-
have that exactly.
I don't know what
They
you
can
would have
come
said.
wake me up.
Yeah. I think, oh.
Exactly. That's just that.
I mean, now,
simple.
yeah, okay. I know.
Yeah, it's just that simple. Just have this like, yo, like.
Or I would let Bubs come in and lick your face. And been like,
Mm.
there's more of that. Where this came from?
Yeah, look at him with his short little T-Rex arms, just.
Bubby.
Oh.
Bubs,
No.
look at the camera. Look this way. Nope.
Oh.
He doesn't. Over
Yeah.
here. No.
He's very
He's
confused.
not. There he is. There he is.
Oh.
Watch it. Oh, he's
he's
so
so
adorable.
cute.
No, with no, but that's exactly as what any roommate would do. Be like, hey, wake you up. Like, hey, man, like there's these 2 girls. I don't know if you know them.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay,
they're
fair.
outside.
I don't know.
Okay, here's a scenario for you.
Okay.
Just because.
Bring it on. What's the scenario?
You were sleeping.
Okay.
What if you were sleeping
Okay.
and 2 girls came into your room
Okay.
and woke you up?
Sounds like a fever dream to me. We're going on.
Yeah, and they woke you up
Uh huh.
and they wanted to shave your balls with this.
I was just freaked out.
like that was the first thing that had to happen.
Just wait.
The
hold on.
Manscaped. What if they were like,
Do I
hey,
know-
We just got a Manscaped with promo code Room for Rent for
Okay.
20% off.
Okay.
And we want to shave your balls.
Wait.
And they were hot.
Do I know these people? They just randomly walked in.
No,
my
I mean,
room.
it could be the same scenario, but your roommate didn't cockblock you.
Well, yeah. If I thought it looks like he was just dragging his ass, like he wanted to
No,
have his
he
balls
wasn't
shaved just now.
Okay, I'm talking about you right
I
now.
know.
And
I'm
your
just-
balls.
Okay, exactly.
Would you let two hot girls?
1,000%.
If Ellie and I
What?
came in and woke you up in the middle of the night and we're like, hey, Alex, we want to shave
Shave
those
your-
balls.
I don't trust you two for like. I feel like that.
We would be very gentle.
Oh, your balls mean everything to us.
Yeah. I don't want to hurt you.
Oh my god. No,
We'd be very meticulous.
You guys
Look at every
I,
hair.
No, I
I
think.
mean,
well,
we could come in and pluck them instead.
No, no, no.
But I
Well,
recommend using the Manscaped.
This is sensitive to skin, so I don't think anything would be nicked or snatched, right? Am I correct?
Snatch? What are we snatching?
Yeah.
Semen?
The hair.
Maybe that's after.
The hair.
Snagged, you mean?
The hair on your balls. It's snatching the hair off of your balls and then not hurting
don't
it.
think
yeah,
Snatch.
this is
Nick
very
or snipped.
gentle.
Nicked or snipped, right? Is that what?
I
That's
don't know what you're trying to
I don't
say
know.
there,
I
but
just think
you
it
want to
was-
make up another sea creature name?
Leviathansaurus. Leviathansaurus. There you go. I
Confused.
just.
Okay,
those two
but
together.
so while we're here, I have to do a quick ad. So you have a look at this, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to read this because this is a whole package.
Okay.
And so support for Room for Rent, you guys, comes from Manscaped, who is the best in below-the-waist grooming. Manscaped offers precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. Manscaped recently launched the Ultimate Hygiene Bundle for the man in your life, which is what Alex is looking at right now if you're watching this and not just listening. Help him join over 7 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with this exclusive offer for you. 20% off and free worldwide shipping with the code ROOMFORRENT at manscaped.com. So if my math is correct, there's 7 million men using Manscaped, and with, like, give or take, that's 14 million balls. There might be a couple guys in there who've only got one, you know, so RIP to your nuts. But yes. I don't know. Have you ever used a Manscaped? Like, I don't know if you...
I've sadly never used a Manscaped, but I've always wanted to.
Oh, here you go. Take your pants off.
This is not a casting couch. I don't think this is.
No, this
not
is a casting chair. No, but there's this awesome stuff in here. Okay, so you've got.
Look, listen. If there's, as an actor, if you know and you know in Hollywood, there's some situations that is actually real.
Yeah.
But we're not.
But
that's
see,
not-
here's the thing.
If you can, Bubs was
I'm
just
so glad
dragging
there's
his ass
Aw.
across.
He wanted to change. Okay, so there's the crop preserver ball deodorant. You can. Oh, it's for your balls.
I know, but
are
you
your
can-
balls on your face?
Do you understand that people, men,
Yes.
shave their balls and also shave their face with the same razor most of the time?
This is
Not a lot of men,
This
but
is
just-
why I don't date. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
But
This
you
is
wash your
specific.
face.
This is not for
Time.
your face.
No, it's not for your face.
It's
but
for your balls.
exactly
And
it
maybe
is
for your booty hole.
It's also for your balls, but it's a 2-in-1. You can use it for a 2-in-1 because it's,
I know, I
it's
use it
skin
on my
safe.
dog. I use it on Bubs today.
It's
I use
skin
it on
safe.
his little booty hole. Okay, so it comes with
If I
the
could just
crop
shave my face
preserver,
on here while
ball
you're doing this.
deodorant, okay, anti-chafing. Is this the one? This is the one that smells good, I think. I always say it smells like my dad. Oh, it smells so good. It smells
like
so
your
good.
dad?
Wait, hold
Yeah,
on.
like
Whoa.
aftershave. It's like a little.
Whoa. She said it smells like
I
her
didn't
dad.
say it smelled like my dad's
Smells
balls.
so
I
good.
just said it smelled like my dad.
Well,
okay?
technically it would.
Here, catch.
Oh, okay.
There's this. There's the Crop Reviver.
This does smell good, actually.
Comes with some nice undies.
So
and a
is
few
this?
other
Do you get
things.
this bundle monthly?
No, this is
just
like
like
a
a
one-time
one-time
thing.
thing.
So if you wanted to try like a
Oh.
little bit of everything, it comes in this really nice box. It says your balls will thank you, and
Facts.
it's fun.
Wow.
But you can also order individual stuff. They've got a nose trimmer, which is nice. Like a lot of young guys don't really need to use it yet, but when you get older, you can have some snakes coming out of there.
Fun fact,
Yeah.
for most guys, the more you continue to shave your hair, the more the elongation of like that view. Anyway, moving on.
You don't. Okay.
What?
Yeah,
I think his brain shorted out.
Yeah, I
in
think
that
you
moment.
short-circuited.
1000%.
Yeah. So anyway, so
Everything
that's good.
looks
so,
bigger when there's nothing there.
I think I've got some of your pubes on me right now. It's fantastic. I don't know why they're white, but that's interesting.
That's your pubes.
My pubes are not white. Platinum maybe, but not
Platinum
white.
She said the carpet does not match the drapes.
No, they're not white. My hair is not white either.
No, it's blonde.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Okay. I don't think any of us have had enough caffeine yet today.
No. We've had.
You guys are talking more than, and I'm the one that had caffeine right before this.
What's your biggest roommate pet peeve? Like, what's the one thing that
That's a good question.
besides hot
Do
dogs
you
in
have
the air
one?
fryer?
Hot dogs.
Do you have one while we think of one? Because
Oh, you need time to think about
I
it?
know. Okay, so I've had all the roommates in. Excuse me, I'm talking.
Sorry.
I've
Okay,
had
Anything.
a lot of roommates. And my biggest piece of advice is don't live with your friends
Yeah.
because things get
Messy.
awkward and
Yeah.
messy fast.
I
Like
agree.
it would cause issues if like I didn't come home for dinner or something. Or
What?
yeah, like
And dinner was planned, or
would
just
be-
you weren't home at dinner time?
I wasn't home. Like I had to work and then I'd come home and like, not to get into it, but I lived with two other girls. We were really, really good friends. And then we had a falling out. And so I was like the girl that brought everyone together, right? So I was like the connector. And then those two girls became really close and like, like kicked me out. And I was like, oh. So I would come home from work and they would be like having a sit down dinner with their boyfriends without me. And I was like, oh, I wasn't invited to this. But it was like,
But then if you didn't come home for dinner before that would happen, right?
so
You
it
said?
would be one of those things of like, oh, I thought we had plans. And be like, oh, sorry, like I got caught up at work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it was like,
Did you feel like you were dating them?
yes.
Yeah. See, this is
And then it was like, you didn't take out the trash. Like,
Oh,
you know, and then
yeah.
it just like, and then all of a sudden our friendship is the last
Yeah.
thing. And we have all these gripes because like, you paid rent late, or you did this late, or you didn't do this, or we don't agree on this in the house.
Well, that should
and then
be
it
rule
just.
number one to do.
How
those
old
type
were
of
you
things.
though? Like early
I was
20s?
young. Like
Yeah.
I had just moved back from Australia. Also, I had traveled. I was traveling for almost 2 years. Which, if you've traveled and lived in hostels and lived in like a whole bunch of different places, you like accept a lot. You learn to accept more things.
Yeah.
Because you are in uncontrollable situations.
But there's also a difference between like people who are like living and on the go and doing stuff
Yeah.
and just like cleaning up after themselves wherever
Yeah.
they go and being an adult, and then people who like don't know how to take the trash
I was like
out
23,
and act like that
24.
you're dating. Like there's a fine line. I don't think men have the same thing. There's a fine line between like having female friends.
Yes.
And then having female friends who don't have other friends or can't get a boyfriend or have like some weird personality defect, and then they act like you guys are dating because they're
And then they get mad at
they're
you
like
when you don't
worried
spend
they're
time
gonna
with
be
them.
alone.
Yeah.
I had a friend like that.
Yeah.
Not too long ago,
I
and-
think also like when you say age, it's interesting because I think in your early 20s, you're at that stage where you're like still trying to be friends with your high school friends, but you're kind of growing apart and you're trying to like hold on, but it's probably time to like let go because you're just going in different directions.
Yeah.
And so I think that situation almost forced that. So that's like my biggest piece of advice is don't live with your friends. But to go back to Australia, I had some wild roommate experiences in Australia.
Yeah.
If you want to hear that.
Yeah.
I lived in a hostel for a month in Bondi Beach.
A month is so long. I spent a night in a hostel in Costa
For a month.
Rica, and that was all I could take.
And all of my shit was stolen. So that was really fun.
In the hostel?
So I was backpacking Asia and then I said fuck it, canceled my flight back to LA and booked a one-way to Australia because YOLO, I'm 22.
Yeah.
Sure. But Australia is very expensive. If you've never been, it's very expensive. So I had to like figure out how to get a job and all this stuff. And so I got a job at like an Australian activewear company called The Upside. Great, but very expensive. And so I would get stuff, like they would give me staff dress and I'd bring it back to the hostel, gone. All my makeup, gone. Like everything. And I was like,
if you're in a hostel,
oh,
like
fuck.
nothing is secure. Like
No,
there's
you
nowhere to
can't.
lock.
I
Like, you're
lived-
not supposed to be there for a month.
yeah,
That's why.
well, but a lot of people were because Bondi is so expensive. So if you want to live in Australia for like cheap, it was still like, because they do everything bi-weekly there. Like you pay rent bi-weekly. Or was it fortnight? I don't know. It's like
Fortnite.
they like speak different there, you know. But it was like $300, or no,
Okay.
$225 a week.
Wow.
Yeah. So it wasn't cheap.
No.
But I was living with 8 girls in a bunk beds.
That's too much.
So-
that you were in a
Wait,
sorority.
Oh, it
Girls
was
in a
horrible.
in
I was like, I
bunk
need to
beds?
get the fuck out of here.
That
So
sounds like a Coachella.
I
like
ended
a-
up-
Yeah, that's awful. That's
it was
worse than
it was and like
Coachella.
you have a shared bathroom with like all the other rooms of
Oh,
girls.
no.
So it's like you're living in a dorm.
and everyone's partying.
And everyone's
like,
partying and on drugs and like everything.
Mm-mm.
It's disgusting. And everyone's sleeping with each other and it's just
on the bunk
Grody.
beds, like while you're
Grody.
trying to
Definitely
sleep.
Coachella
there would be
experience.
many times I would hear like the girl like across from me having sex with some dude like and then like
Oh,
crying
no.
because he like left and like went into another girl's bed or something. Yeah. Oh, hostile relationships. I'm still friends with some of the people. Well, not like friends, but I am acquaintances with some of the people who I was at the hostel with. But I ended up one of my best friends from high school moved to Australia with me. And then we got a house in Bondi Beach, which was phenomenal. It was like a block from the beach. It was like this whole like,
That's more my
so
speed.
cool. Like
House on the beach.
I have a house
Anything
in
but a
Bondi Beach,
hostel.
but it was also very expensive.
Yeah.
But then we ended up renting out our couch to this Scottish guy. Shout out Eric, who's not allowed in the U.S. because he is a DUI.
Nice.
So he can never come to the United States. But we rented out our couch, and he would K-hole on Bondi Beach like every night. Like we'd wake up and he wouldn't be there, and I would like freak out because he was like a really good guy. Like he was very considerate. He would like look out for us. You know, 2 Americans like just like, hey, like I'll look out for you. But then like he wouldn't come home. I'd be like, where the fuck are you?
Oh my god.
And then he would K-hole. If you don't know what K-holing is,
we know what it is. I don't get it. I just talked about this on another episode. It's insane.
it's horse tranquilizer.
yeah. And
Some people swear by it.
I don't swear by
Ketamine
anything at
therapy.
this point. This is Hollywood will ruin you. But we're also, you guys, we're out of time.
Okay. I was just getting
Yeah.
started.
I was
We
just
need a
gonna
part
say-
two.
I know we're gonna do a part 2. Okay, here's the thing. If you liked the dog, the Alex, the Ellie, you want a part
Alex.
2, you're gonna have
Alex
to
and the
comment.
Ellie.
Let us know.
Yeah, let us
Shout it all out. Alex, where can people find you on the internet?
You can find me on Instagram at King A James, and everything. Basically, that's all my social media surrounds around.
Okay.
For my Instagram.
Okay.
And yeah, and if you can also catch me on Disney Plus, Stargirl. So if you want to watch me
He's got a
Playing
credit,
it.
you guys.
playing a football player, Zach James. And yeah, kick it over to. ELLIANNA.
I'm not like you guys. I don't have social media presences.
Oh, so nobody
You find me on
can find
LinkedIn.
you. Oh, yeah.
Right.
if you're job, looking to give Ellie a job that pays a lot of money, you can
Please.
find her on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
300,000 a year.
That would be awesome.
That would be great.
That'd
And you
be
can-
great for both
I'd
of you.
jump
Like
with
for
that.
all
Yeah,
of us, we would all. I would. Yeah.
And you can find Room for Rent on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, and SoundCloud. And you can follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook. I think that's it, at Room for Rent Pod. And you can follow me at Maria Bruggere, MariaBruggere, on all those things as well. Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. Pods on YouTube, on my YouTube page. So thanks for tuning in. Like, share, subscribe. If you want Bubs on more pods, let us know. He was a pretty good guest today. So thanks. Bye.
Watch out for a vlog on Las Vegas. Hungry.
What?
I don't know what that was.
What is
I don't know
happening?
either.